If you are dating a person who doesn't speak your first language and the language is a barrier, this video is for you. If you ever dated a Turkish person who is not speaking English, this video is for you. If you are in a country whereby they are not speaking your own language, the first language that you know, this video is for you. And if you just want to see the excitement and my experience living with people who don't speak the first language, or we are not in the same language, you want to hear everything, then this video is for you. Don't leave, okay? But first I have to sip some tea because it's gonna be very hot. Now, first thing is a story. I've been in Turkey almost 5 years now. Almost, not 5 years, but almost. Now, I'm a Kenyan. I'm married to a Turkish one, and we have been living here for quite some times, and so far so good. Alhamdulillah, thank God. Now, when I first came here, when I first visited Turkey, I had to meet my family, like the people that I was going to stay with, like my husband family, my in-laws. And the very first thing I realized, they are not speaking English. They don't know anything about English. My husband, on the other hand, he knows English averagely. He speaks averagely. He doesn't speak all the words fluently like me. So, when I came when I came here at the very first time, I had a very difficult time actually staying and communicating, because all the time, whatever they were saying, I could not understand. And whatever I was saying, they could not understand. And I remember there was this day, my mother-in-law, she brought some cooked food. Already she had cooked the food, but because it was my first time, I have never seen Turkish food, and I thought maybe it is not cooked. I thought to myself, it is uncooked food and I need to cook it. And then she told me, in fact, she told me what I should not do. Like, she told me the food is already cooked. I already prepared this food. I'm going downstairs. When I come back, we're going to be eating the food. In my mind, I thought she was saying, you need to prepare the food. I'm going. When I come back, we are going to eat together. So I went to the kitchen. And then I started chopping the onions and the tomatoes and everything. Luckily, she came back, and then she found me making everything. And she was like, what is this? Why am I making this? And I'm like, this together we're eating. And she's so much like, she's laughing at me. She's telling me, no, we don't need. The food is already cooked. So I had a funny way, an exciting journey, and also a frustrating journey, because I could not understand what they were saying most of the time. But in most cases it was fun, because for me, just talking and then them listening to me, and they're like, nah. But regardless of everything, we could understand each other. Now, I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only person who has got married to people who don't speak English. By the way, I have to emphasize that it is not their fault, because in Turkey, most people, they speak Turkish. Turkish is their national language, so I totally understand them. Now, when it came to me going outside and doing my shopping, I remember the first time when I went alone, I had a very not good, not bad experience, because in most cases I had to use my translator to actually show what I wanted and also to explain. Okay, so in most cases, at first, when I went to before knowing Turkish, a little bit Turkish, when I went to the shopping, I had to actually make sure that I'm going maybe with someone who understands Turkish, for me to explain myself better. Otherwise, it was disaster. Okay. Now, coming back at home, now most of the time maybe my sister-in-law came, and then we had to communicate, and she's like, what are you saying? And I'm like, nah, like, she's like, nah, and I'm thinking, she is talking to me, she's asking me questions, but I could not understand what she was saying. So in most cases, we were using my telephone, like her telephone and my telephone. Now, I'm going to give you some tips that actually helped me to navigate through everything. The very first one is you want to make sure that you are using your translator, okay? When you are communicating with someone who doesn't know the language that you are speaking, try as much as possible to actually use a translator, okay? If you have a phone, just translate for them and then they're going to understand what you are saying. Otherwise, if you speak, you might be thinking in your mind they are understanding, but they're not understanding. The next option is actually, and by the way, before I go to the next, is to make sure one hack that I have learned that is so good, especially when you are speaking maybe to someone you want to show your expression, like maybe you are angry at that person. You know, when you are angry, if you write, someone might not see the expression in you. So if you use maybe the voice typing, okay, you are speaking and the phone is typing, that is a good option because the person can see, she's angry, or this person is angry at me, okay? Or maybe if you are happy, you show the excitement when you are speaking, okay? That will be a very good idea. Another idea is actually for you to learn their language. If you are really into them, to those people, it doesn't matter if they are Turkish, it doesn't matter if they are Turkish, or they are wherever or which language, try as much as possible to actually learn their language. I'm average in Turkish right now. I'm not fully like I can't understand everything, but at least I understand better than my previous years, okay? I can go to the shopping alone, I can do my shopping, I can express myself. If there is a problem, I can explain, okay? Now, something else I have to actually ask you, tell the people that you are staying with, maybe if it is your partner, just tell them kindly learn English, okay? Try as much as possible to learn, for them to learn the language that you want them to speak. That way, it's going to be so easier for you. And by the way, you can do what we normally call, like it is a barter trade, whereby you are offering your language and he is offering his language. So that way, it's going to help you even actually just navigating through everything. Now, if you are thinking of coming to get married to a Turkish person, maybe I'm using Turkish because I'm married to a Turkish person, just be prepared because your language, your good English, gonna be demolished, okay? You will be speaking broken English, not to make fun of it, but it's gonna disappear with time. Even me, my English is not good, okay? Because here, most of the people that I meet, even my family, my immediate family, my in-laws, they don't speak English. So sometimes I find myself speaking the same English, the same broken English, the way maybe 1, 2, 3 words, for them to actually understand what I'm saying if I can't speak Turkish words. But it also has given me a chance to actually, like I said, to learn a new language, okay? Because it is exciting just to learn few words. Like for instance, if you are greeting someone for the first time, instead of you saying hi, I normally say marhaba or merhaba. Instead of me actually saying good morning, I normally tell them good night. And instead of me telling my husband I love you, instead of telling him all the time I love you, I tell him seni seviyorum aşkım, meaning I love you, my love, okay? So it is exciting. So another option is actually for you to use the sign language, okay? Just use sign language for the meantime if you don't speak, or if they don't speak the language that you want. But in general, or just in conclusion, don't refuse to hang out or to mingle or to get in a relationship with someone just because of the language, okay? Because some of these people who don't speak your language or who don't speak English, they are very kind people, they are good people. So try your luck if you are in this kind of situation, and I'll see you next in my next videos. Okay? Görüşürüz. Bye bye.